I beg you, my queen, take leave of this place while you're still able.
To where, I might ask? Nigh every last of Cornia's lords has forsaken us in favor of the traitor Valmor. No refuge remains for a crowned fugitive. Yet the general seeks my death and mine alone. I shall not flee from that fate. Though you still can, a sole rider with Elaine at your side. Take him, Joseph. Raise that delicate seedling into a sturdy tree capable of weathering the harsh climes that await. And pray safeguard the ring of the Unicorn as well. Hold it close to you until Elaine is a man grown. He will have need of the power it bears.
My queen,
Mother? Are they coming for us?
Heed well these words, Elaine. I say this not as your mother, but as your queen. From here forth, you're to treat Joseph's command as though it were spoken directly with my tongue. Do you understand?
Of course, but is there something amiss?
My faith and more lies with you, Joseph. I only pray it is enough. Farewell, and may the heavens guide you.
Why are you just standing there, Joseph? Aren't you going to help her?
would that I were able, my prince. Come, we've not a minute to spare.
Six stamina, and then the green bar is the health, and then the big unit. See how it's like a big unit and then a bunch of small units? The big unit is the leader, and they use their bonus. Like they have like all units have a unit bonus that they give to the whole squad. Oh, now I hear myself. Alright, let me mute the game then. So the leader is the big unit. So see, like in that one, Valmor is like the big guy, and then there's like the 4 tiny guys on the map. And then yeah, that little preview you see in the bottom left is how they're lined up. And you can see their individual stats and all that, like their health and their level and all that kind of stuff. So if you look at your own unit, for example, you hover over your own guys. You can click on them. You can move your cursor around.
We've no time to falter.
Yep, there you are. So there's your guys. So if you press if you press X, you can look at the details of the team. If you press A, that's how you select them, and then you choose where you want them to move. See, it's like move. Yep. And say move the squad. So you click that, and then they want you to select Valmore, which is the guy on the bottom, and that sends you over to them. And yeah, there you can like literally see like what's their equipment they have equipped, what actions they have. The red actions are active actions, and then the blue actions are passives. And you don't actually have to control them, like you don't tell them to do this, they do it on their own. And it's by priority, so like the things toward the top happen before the things toward the bottom. And later, right now, they don't give you full control because it's like just trying to like teach you and show you the intro. But you can actually switch around these things. You can switch around where they're standing in the formation, and you can even program their actions so they do certain things before other things if you prefer it.
Destiny awaits.
So you select the group, and then they want you to click on the 9, and you'll start marching toward them. Valmore.
Ready yourself.
Just because it's, like I said, because it's tutorial, so they want you to move directly to him, and it'll path to him. Yeah. So if you press X, it opens up unit details, or you can move over. You can also move over to organize. And what this lets you do is you can like change things around before the fight starts. But again, in this like kind of little tutorial opening, you don't really do anything. Like it doesn't like really let you mess with that yet. But you can kind of see what they have, and you'll get a preview of the battle. Like it'll say how much damage you'll do versus like them. It's like this squad. So like when you go back to battle, you gotta remember I'm delayed here. Just have to wait a couple seconds. You click on them and you hit battle. You can see. Okay, it doesn't show you in the tutorial. So normally there'll be a bar that'll show you like their health, and you'll see like if you're gonna kill them or if they're gonna kill you or things like that. And then that's it. They just do their abilities in priority order. And you just like watch it play out.
Victory is ours.
Remember, these are like really high level characters at this point. So like, you know, you're gonna start with more simple, but this is like kind of like just showing you like what a really strong team can look like later.
I have you.
See, now you only have 5 points. See, I went down to 5? Because you use a stamina point every time you do a battle.
I trust you.
Do you notice like they have like the little blue diamonds and the little red diamonds? Every time they use an ability, they use one of those points. There's AP, active points, which are the red diamonds, and then there's PP, which is the passive points, which are the blue diamonds. So see right there, and then some abilities, like when they use them, they gain PP. Like that, when they, like right there, see like that was heavy cover, when he jumped in front, they used one of his PP. But once he runs out of that, he can't do that.
I must fight on.
In that battle, right? It refreshes every battle. And the battle keeps going until all the PP is used, right? So if you kill them before all the PP is used, or as you use your last PP, then that's it. But if you run out of PP or AP before they're dead, then you know the battle, like you won't like just kill them in one hit, in one fight.
Enlighten me, Valmore.
Like I said, this intro is mostly just like introducing you to the story and like some of the controls. When you get to the next section, you'll have more control over it.
Your throne I aspire towards. It's all of them. Zenoira are the rightful sovereigns of Feverith, and I The blade to restore our world to its natural order.
You seek to plunge the continent into war. Fevrith need not suffer your delusions.
A proper ruler demands unity, not pointless politicking with insufferable neighbors. Now, I shall achieve that unity through conquest and reclaim that which is rightfully mine.
I would sooner see you slain by my hand!
I promise you, my queen, the royal lineage shall endure. It is but a great shame I couldn't aid you further.
Yeah, the bad guys.
All has gone according to plan, my lord.
She told the paladin to rescue the prince, which is the main character.
Just begins.
That way her line survives, kind of
Now at a
thing.
new dawn for Fevrith, one which will see Zenoira's dominion restored at last.
Like that little wizard guy,
That
Baltro.
we've no trace of the old knights.
Like a little midget.
About that, my lord. A lone cavalry unit was spotted riding through the eastern gate before it was barred. And the boy is lost to us. A truth obscured only by his mother's futile attempt at a counter-offensive. It would seem I underestimated her penchant for deception.
Year 895 of the Hallowed Chronicle. Claiming himself a scion of the fallen Sonoran Empire, Cornea's once decorated General Valmor rebelled against his erstwhile home at the seat of its monarchy, Gran Corinne. Its queen, Elenia, bold in the face of this staggering betrayal, stood unshrinking as the shield to her son Elaine's safe flight, and mustering what meager forces remained by her side, she rallied a defense as valorous as it was damned. With Cornea's queen lost, care of the young prince fell to her faithful knight, Joseph, who took wing beyond Valmor's wretched grasp to asylum on the Forned Isle of Palavia in the Holy Kingdom of Albion. And boastfully proclaiming himself Fevrith's new emperor, Valmor donned a second name, Galerius, and began a relentless onslaught the continent's nations could only but struggle against. Yet each realm's endeavors fell in vain time and again, and ere long Zenoira's vile dominion was realized. His blood-soaked unification come to bear, few dared stand against the ironclad fist of Emperor Galerius. Embers of resistance burned on, yet the downtrodden could cling only to furtive hopes of liberation. Desperate prayers which fell upon deaf ears night after unceasing night. 10 years have passed since the Shroud of War first set over Cornea.
I wonder if those two are at it again.
Alright, well,
Well,
now you know the
takes care of
conceit
the
of the
altar.
plot.
I suppose I should be getting back.
Yep. It's like the overmap that you move around on. So you don't go like level to level on this. You actually have like an overmap that you move around on.
You always were the optimist. Damn it! You got a good hit in, I'll give you that. There's just no stopping you these days. Yet you've grown no less than I have. Still, we could likely train for the rest of our lives, and even then, never manage to best Joseph.
Weird to think he's back on the mainland now. Finally making that Liberation Army thing a reality, huh? Guess that means we'll be going up against Anoira soon.
Indeed it does. The people of Cornea are suffering, Lex. Crying out for whatever help will hear their pleas. Should I turn a deaf ear to those voices, I would have little and less claim to the crown I feel is mine. That, and I owe it to my mother to see them safe.
Well, yeah, but...
By the way, there are classes in this game, and these guys, even though they might look similar, they are two different classes. Because your main character is the Lord class, and Lex is the warrior class.
Sorry for not sounding all too confident. Just make sure you don't take it all on yourself. I'll be with you every step of the way.
So they have like different skills and stuff, and strengths and weaknesses.
Oh, stop. You're gonna make me blush. Anyway, that's enough training for today. We're gonna miss lunch if we don't get moving.
I suppose it is that time.
You see something out there?
It's a ship.
Looks like they're flying Zenoira colors, too.
This island is no longer safe. We have to tell the others.
With you there. You head for the cathedral. I'll make sure the town knows what's coming.
Seal off the harbor, and do it quick! Not a soul gets off this island under our watch. All soldiers have alighted, sir!
Dispatch the vanguard to the cathedral. And remember, we're to apprehend the target alive.
Understood, sir!
O Heavenly Father, ruler of land and sky above, we pray this day for deliverance from evil. Grant us the meager sustenance.
So if you remember, that guy was in the party with the queen, but he's on the other side now.
On the path to salvation. Shine down your radiant light upon us, for darkness looms thick through all corners of Fevrith. Such is my request as your humble servant. In the name of the guardian Unicorn, and that of the Holy Mother. Is that you, Elaine? How many times must I ask you not to stomp around in the cathedral? What is the meaning of this?
Well, look what we've got here. Seems we're the first to show. Rough her up if you want, but don't forget, the girl dies and our heads will roll too.
Such depravity will not go unpunished. Not in the house of the Heavenly Father.
Yeah? Then you'd best get to praying. She's fast.
Not as fast as us.
What the?
Scarlet, are you hurt?
Only a little shaken, that's all. What's happening to us, Elaine?
A ship has come ashore on Palavian soil. One hoisting the banner of the Zenoiran army.
And are they aware that you're the Crown Prince?
I can't say for certain, but we know one thing. These people are our enemy, and they must be stopped.
Yes. My cathedral will see no more bloodshed this day. Come, let's move outside.
Your Highness, it's a relief to see you unharmed.
Hold on. Where's Lex?
He went ahead to alert the town. We'd best find him and get to the harbor.
Indeed. But first, my prince, this belongs to you.
A ring.
The Ring of the Unicorn. Queen Elenia wished for you to have it. In truth, I had intended to wait till signs of age played more deeply across your face. But we no longer have such luxury. I have the utmost faith you'll see it secured.
A keepsake from my mother. Thank you for
The
this,
Ring
Joseph.
of the Unicorn.
Make no further mention of it. Now, let us be off.
All right. Here we go, battle. So what? What'd you say? Yeah, this is a battle. Now, in the beginning here, it's still kind of railroading you a little bit. You're not to the open world yet. But yeah, you're in battle mode now. And so how you summon your guys is you click on the flag of a friendly town, and then you have valor points in the top left. You can have up to 10 at a time. You use those to use your special abilities, but you also use them to deploy a new group. So you only have one valor point, so you can only deploy one squad, but you only have one squad right now, so it doesn't matter. But later you'll unlock more squads, so you'll have to pick and choose like how to spend your early valor points. Hold on, my phone's ringing.
To me.
Okay. I am back.
Your villainy ends here.
Yeah, see, now you have like the free ability to move. So you go battle. Yeah, they have an initiative stats that determines what turn like who goes first. So you can see that on the unit. And I was telling you about the AP and the PP, the active points and the passive points. And see, he has a passive called Noble Guard, which triggered. It's basically like a reaction in D&D. It just triggers when certain conditions are met. So the triggers when he gets attacked, he uses a PP to guard, which reduces the damage he takes. And then Scarlet, has a reaction called Quick Heal, where she instantly heals a teammate that just got damaged. But again, what balances it is that you don't have infinite PP or AP. See, this guy has so this is a class called a House Carl, and you're gonna learn like what they're good at. But that last bad guy has a passive called Parting Blow, where he always does an extra attack at the end of a battle. And the whole point of that class is they do a lot of damage and they attack a lot. And that's one of the things that they do is they always attack at the end. So they're good against parties that rely on defending against one good attack, but then they're exposed after it. Because they'll always do that like extra parting shot, basically. Because all the enemies are also classes, right? Like they're also the classes. It's just that they're generic guys, like they don't have names. Like only the generals have a name, but they use the same kind of skills. And yeah, there's a battle log if you want to see what they did. It's literally like the turn order that everything happened in. And see, because the battle didn't end, like you didn't kill them, I mean, like you didn't like finish it. What happens is the unit gets pushed away. There's a little like knockback, and then you have to wait for a few seconds before you can use them again.
The path is set.
So you could take that opportunity to like follow up. You can like chase them down, or you can like send another unit against them. Like maybe you know now that they're exposed against something else. But in this case, you only have one unit, so. But they're kind of,
face me.
yep. If they're waiting, then you always get to act first. If they're waiting. And if you're resting, by the way, like when you run out of the numbers next to your army is the stamina points. If you run out of that, then you have to rest in order to move again. How do you move what? Oh, like move there. You have to like press I think it's X. There's a button you push and then you move them over. You still might not have it for this map. It might be like on the next map. They do lock like certain things in the beginning. There should be a button. I think it's like Y or X, and then you can like move them over. It doesn't actually like matter that right now because like you don't have any neither enemies do anything that like matter when it comes to this. Yeah, the only difference is whoever's in front takes the brunt of the attacks. Which right now you'd probably want your lord in the front because she's a cleric, so you take more. You would deal more. You're tankier than her basically, and you have the guard skill. Like that's the way you kind of want to do things. Like you wanna like put the units that are better at taking damage in the front, and then dealing damage. You could put damage dealers in the back. You can also put them in the front, but putting them in the back means they could just focus purely on dealing damage.
We march. To me.
Yeah, and so now that like there's no enemies around here, you can jump on the flag and you liberate the city. And you can use this as a rest point where you see it just slowly regenerates your HP and it regenerates your stamina while you wait there. Instead of having to do it out in the open where you're exposed. So see your stamina, it went back up to 6. And yeah, when you liberate it, you gain valor points, which again is what you use to deploy more units, and every unit has special like ability, like a special power you can activate on the map. And you need to use your valor points in order to activate those. So yeah, so now you're probably gonna get the other squad, or you're gonna combo. I forget if. He's gonna go on his own. Yeah, I think I'm gonna teach you what happens when you get fucked up. So you can move on the map. Like you don't always have to move to an enemy. So like one thing you could do is you can like block a path off. Like if there's a bridge. You can like park a unit on the bridge, so they'd have to get through your unit in order to like cross the bridge. So you can put like a really tanky unit to like block some choke points, kind of thing, if you wanted to.
got it. So, what next?
He's gonna try. And then you're gonna learn what happens.
On it. I'm ready to hit something.
It's part of like the lesson. It's like part of the still teaching you the game. It might not be a good idea to do something like this.
Damn it. Sorry.
It's that move smash. That's the house Carl again. Their basic attack lowers defense when they attack you. So they're very good at beating up tanky targets because they'll just keep chipping their guard down until like they're so debuffed that they'll start taking a lot of damage. So house crawls are a good counter to like those big tanky knight guys, for example. Yeah, whoever the
Awaiting your command.
yeah, like you have movement points is what I was trying to say. And depending on who's in the unit, it like takes the average of the speed. So if you do like all cavalry, then they'll move really fast on the map. Like they'll actually move faster. So you can move. And what you want to do, is you actually want to move behind him, because what you could do is you could swap. You could swap around. Like if you have a unit behind, you can swap to take the fight instead, which is very nice. Now it's going to show you the prediction, the damage prediction.
It's not look.
Gaze upon the face of your demise.
This is
Come.
Oh yeah, it is. There it is. Yeah, you see how it's like 0 damage 0 and then damage 5. Yeah. So right there, see like Yosef is OP as fuck.
This isn't gonna.
He's basically gonna one-shot that fucking army, deal 74 and take 0 damage back. That's as a Yosef is like your Jagan. He's like your fallback if things get too hard for you. But he's already at max level, so he doesn't level up anymore. So you don't want to over-rely on him, or else you're not going to level up your other guys as much. Holy Barrier. Yeah, see, like he's a paladin. He had that Holy Barrier, so he's immune to. He was immune to debuffs on that reaction. So normally when the House Carl hits you, your defense gets debuffed, so the next attacks you take deal more damage. But again, it's fucking OP. So one recommendation I have for you is the way you should use Yosef is you should, whenever you're leveling your characters, because they don't level up at the same time, is you should put your weaker, like lower level party members together with Yosef. That way he can help keep them up, like kind of help carry them. Because the whole unit gets XP at the same time. So like if Yosef's in a party with like 3 noobs and they earn 100 XP, all 3 of them will earn 100 XP. So. There you go, you got some health item.
I just want to sleep.
Teaching you how to use your items. Pretty easy stuff. Damn. I fear he's a bit of a liability on his own. Get wrecked. Hold on, my phone. Alright, let's see what's going on. Alright, here we go. So this has a time limit to it, but you have plenty of time. It tells you how to, you can actually select multiple guys at once if you want.
Onward. As expected. I've arrived.
You see, you can pause and you can like make the time go. You hit B. Also, when you move, like the time will be going. When they actually are moving, see, the time limit is going down.
I am yours to
And then you hit
command,
B so you can pause. Usually, when you're in a menu, the game auto pauses to give you time to do everything. Yeah, so basically, just go over there and beat their asses.
The path is set.
See, Yosef's a lot faster, right? Because he's on the horse. Now you cannot have, in case you're wondering, you cannot have like multiple units attack one unit. Though there are some classes that can assist from a distance, but it's like one-on-one fights. So you need to like send one army against another, or you wait for him to finish, kind of thing.
Are you okay?
That's how it's done.
See, her spear. She's a spearman. So because they're lined up in a line like that, you saw they both took the hit.
Come.
This one's mine.
And she does have a first aid ability, so she's a nice backliner. But she could just attack and then do, you know. So now you want to send like another unit, like maybe send Yosef to fight, or you could do that too. But you could send somebody to go attack the other guy that's waiting. The guy that's stunned, basically, that you just beat. Because remember, you get first strike on them.
Take notes, Lex.
See, those are spearmen, so those guys would hit both of you. Like that, see? So if you knew you were fighting spearmen, you can, before you get into the fight, you can swap their position around. So you don't get exposed by that. Yeah, it might not. I think it's gonna unlock on the next map. It's trying to introduce you slowly to things, not trying to overwhelm you.
To me.
Yeah, I think like normally you would hit X or Y, and then it would like select them, and then you can move them over. But I think they literally just lock the button until next map. It's just like how you didn't see the preview before, kind of.
Hold fast.
See, Yosef's close enough to where he could swap in.
A trivial undertaking.
Those guys fucked.
We march.
Holy barrier. Doink, 1 damage.
Path is set.
See, Yosef is like freaking crazy. He has no. But look at his XP. He's already level 20. That's why you shouldn't like over fight with him. You should just kind of like use him as a backup in case things look like hard. And then later, when you have more party members, you can put the weaker ones in there with them.
A fine bout.
There's your guard, right?
Sure thing.
Quick heal. Holy light.
Yes, sir.
So because of that, because of like because of the sequencing of everything, you didn't take any damage in that fight. Like you took damage, but then she healed it before the fight was over, so you're at full health going into the next fight.
On it.
So now you gotta fight the boss.
Good.
I'm here.
Your villainy ends
Which
here.
again, I recommend you attack not with Yosef, and get the XP on the other two parties better.
This struggle will only prolong the pain. Accept the mercy of a swift demise.
Why are you doing this? You, who once stood as my mother's royal guard.
Enough of your questions, Whelp. Interfere, and I shall see you suffer for it. You won't touch them.
So another like strategy thing here, right? Is he's a hoplite. That's the name of his class, the big tanky knight guy. They have super high physical defense. But one thing they don't have super high of is a magical defense. So magic users, magic damage dealers do really well against hoplites. So Scarlet is actually good against this guy. You see? Like it actually did a lot of damage to him because he doesn't have nearly as much magic defense as physical defense. Whereas if you just try to brute force it with your melee characters and stuff, or your archers, like they'll just do one damage, it'll be really hard. And that's what they're trying to show you there, see?
What would you ask? Very well. As expected.
And yeah, you can fast forward to time if you want to make it go faster.
You got it.
Also, in battle, you can push that, and it makes the animations go quicker, too.
Great. You face me.
So you keep attacking them, that way you don't let them heal. Because if you just sit there, they'll heal from the town. See, you only do 1 damage with Allian, but Scarlet will do a lot of damage. See, so he's down. Now there's only the other guy in there, so you can finish him off with the other team if you want. Doesn't really matter. Either one will do the job.
Come then. I'm ready to hit something.
Because that house Carl is not quite. Oh, that guy will actually live here, I think, unless you crit.
We march.
Nope.
Onward.
Yeah, he's alive. And then he gets his parting blow.
Your villainy
But she has
ends here.
first aid.
A fine job. I must never yield.
May the Father smile upon me.
Well fought.
See, if you hold right trigger or R1 or whatever, it would make the animation go faster too. When you know, like, that you don't need to really see what's going to happen. You also can skip the animations altogether later. You can push start, and it'll just like do the numbers. So all these things get added up, how many enemies you beat, how many towns you open, and that determines your score, which determines how many of these collecting things you get. Like your honors is what levels up your army, your war funds is your money to buy gear, and your renown is like your experience, your like army's experience level,
Indeed, Hodrick.
which unlocks the ability for you to have more stuff in your army.
Majesty's side. Now, look what you've become. I may stand as your swordmaster no longer, but I can yet offer you a merciful end to your descent.
Wait.
Your Highness.
Tell me, Hodrick. Do you remember the times you and I played together? When I was still just a boy? Yours was a bond of loyalty few knights could hope to equal. Why cast that aside and bend the knee to Galerius? I refuse to cut down a friend without first knowing how we've reached this grim conclusion. A simple reason is all I ask. Please.
Elaine!
The ring! What sorcery is this?
Oh, my head. What am I doing here?
A spell to shackle the hearts of men.
'Tis the only way I can think to describe it, my prince. That ill-fated day, all the lords closest to your mother turned upon her without so
Oh,
much as a
shit.
moment's notice. Unfortunately, my memories end there as well.
He was being mind controlled, Miller. What the fuck?
This spell of control, it could be called. Such magic would go
That's
far
why
in
he put on the
extending
red armor
warriors
instead of the
so
blue
swiftly
armor
brought the
today.
breath to its knees.
I shudder to think what unspeakable evil I wrought upon our world these last 10 years. Though there is no greater misdeed than turning my spear upon you, Prince Elaine.
That's enough. You mustn't blame yourself any further. But I do wonder, how is this ring capable of unmaking the spell?
In truth, I had believed it to be mere regalia, a symbol of your birthright and nothing more. To think the power of cleansing truly exists. Your Highness, that is the Ring of the Unicorn, ancestral treasure of Cornia's royal lineage. Legend speaks of your ancestors wielding it to purify evil, but I had believed such tales to be mere fiction.
The Orthodoxy has a similar story about the Holy Unicorn. How it was a sacred beast able to purge darkness from our lands. It's entirely possible that the ring that bears its image is somehow capable of that same power.
Should Galerius's rule be built upon a foul sorcery that fetters our people, then this ring is the ray of light that will pierce its wicked heart.
Your words ring true, my prince.
Indeed. Were we able to free those bound by his cruel magics?
It might just bring the iron wall of Zenoira crashing down.
All told, I've often found myself plagued with doubt. Is it justice that guides our march, or paltry vendetta? Yet the answer is clear as day now. The path before us is laid bare, and all that remains now is to walk it. Walk it I will, Mother. Today marks our first foray into the mists of despair which hang heavy over our home. Mists that will soon be dispelled. It may take days, months, or even years, but I shall see the duties of my bloodline fulfilled, and slay Galerius like the beast he is. And how does Hodrick fare?
Well, all things considered, any fog that lingered in his mind seems to have cleared, and he stands ready to fight once more. By the way, Your Highness, allow me to brief you on our plans for when we arrive. Among the Liberation members I've mustered in my past excursions is a young yet skilled knight by the name of Clive. I'll ride to bring him to you the moment we reach solid ground.
You have my thanks.
A word, Elaine?
Is something wrong?
Well... No, it's nothing.
Are you sure? Anxiety will be the death of you if you keep it bottled up like that.
It really isn't important, I assure you. It's just... our lives have changed so drastically from the peace we had only yesterday. It barely seems real.
I can't say I feel any different. But I've always known this day would come. It's why I've spent all these years training under Joseph's careful instruction. A shame you never had the chance to meet my mother. She was always one to blaze a path forward, royal blade in arm. But as her heir, I intend to lead in much the same way.
Is that why you and Lex spent all your days banging swords down at the shore?
You've seen that, have you? You know, Hodrick was likely but one of many. And assuming the others who surrendered to Zenoira are being controlled as he was, we may just stand a chance in this. Yet our liberation is still in its nascent days. Promising, yes, but gravely fragile as well. Which is precisely why I'll need your help, Scarlet. To reclaim peace for all who have suffered.
Elaine, Of course. I'll do everything I can. As is my role as a priestess of the Palavian Church.
Hey, don't forget about me.
Lex,
What?
I'm sorry, my prince. Decorum doesn't come naturally to this fool.
It's all right. When you've known each other as long as we have, there's no reason to let formality bind us.
But there are protocols to observe. Rules we must follow as vassals in service of the crown. Still, I'm of the same mind. What mind he has, that is. I'll give my all in the royal name, Your Majesty.
Thank you all. I couldn't ask for a finer group of friends.
Save your game. Alright, now you get to pick difficulty.
Elaine, why have you stopped?
We're surrounded.
Not the welcome party I was hoping for.
Get your vile claws off of me!
Let her go!
Chloe!
I should have known you'd be behind this treachery, Renault.
What is the meaning of this?
Apologies for the icy reception, but we've business with the girl.
What business could you have with Scarlet? Unhand her this instant.
No, I don't think that will be happening. I act under orders from Emperor Galerius himself. As for what he plans to do with her, that's not for one of my station to know. Yet I shall see it done all the same.
No! Scarlet!
I'm ashamed to hear you met such misfortune before I arrived.
Your Highness, this man is Clive, the knight we spoke of earlier.
A pleasure.
Still, it rankles the mind. I never would have dreamt that Galerius was after Scarlet, and not you, my prince.
Who was that knight who took her?
His name is Renault, formerly a proud servant of Queen Elenia, not unlike myself. And just as I fell victim to Galerius and his foul magic, it would seem he has met with a similar fate.
All the same, why Scarlet?
Perhaps her role as a priestess has something to do with it. Lately I've heard tell of Zenoira's desire to spread its roots into the Orthodoxy, making one with direct ties a prime target.
In any case, the risk to her safety is clear should she fall into Galerius's hands. And sitting idly by only serves to stoke my worry further. Let us be off at once.
Wouldn't do that if I was you. No chance you're helping the girl if you don't even know where you're going.
And you are?
Don't worry, he's a friend. A collaborator of mine by the name of Travis.
Fancy way to refer to a spy. You need intel, dirt, or just the latest weather, I'm your man.
And what of Renault?
Road east, faster than a clap of thunder. I can only assume he's going for the city. But the real problem is his army of mercenaries. We went after Renault. We've got to go through them.
Your Highness, we all share your...
So you're gonna get like a bunch of new classes here for this next level.
routing the enemy before us.
You have a knight, you have a hoplite, and you have a thief.
Depart as soon as we're able.
And a knight is not the same thing as a paladin, which is what Yosef is. Alright, now I'm pretty sure you can do all your unit manipulation. And you can even move around, I think, who's in whose party and stuff. So click on your flag. Right now you should be able to customize this shit. So there you go. They give you a couple of different ways you can line yourself up. So you see, you hit A to set a character. So there you've swapped them because you put it on the same tile. So now it's Hodrick's unit. So Elaine was undeployed. You can see who's deployed because they have the little like checkerboard icon next to their name, see?
I take arms. How shall I proceed?
And right now you can all... Huh? What'd you say? Oh, you gotta press X, and you go into go to deploy. If you go to deploy it, that's how you open up the screen, and then you can yeah. Yeah, well, you already sent out Hodrick, so I think he's stuck the way he is with the lady with the spear. But you can, if you go back to the command post and you hit deploy, you can still fix the other units around. You have to actually click on the flag.
They will know what hit them.
How shall I proceed?
There you go. So right now you can only put 2 units in a squad at once. Well, you already deployed them. You have to, I think you have to undeploy them, which I'm actually not sure. I've never done that before, actually. Can you put Lex back in the base? Try like clicking. All right. Like first of all, on your other squad, before you fuck it up, you have an empty one. Put 2 people on it so you don't like waste it. I wonder. I'm assuming you can put them back in. But Lex is already deployed, so that's why he can't be adjusted, unless you can park him back inside. Oh, maybe the 3rd icon. I think the 3rd icon is the like put him back inside when you click on the castle.
How shall I proceed? I have seen enough.
I think you want to put Lex back inside because then you can redeploy him with a friend, because right now he's alone. Withdraw, yeah, withdraw. Well, that's because you were, okay, that's because you clicked on the wrong guy when you did that. Here, this will help if you move the unit that's on top, that's blocking the way. Alright, deploy, okay, deploy a squad. It's funny how you, like, fuck this up immediately. Deploy another squad and then put him back in. Maybe that's how it works. Like, deploy Hodrick, for example. Oh, he's gonna fight now. Well, he's gonna win. Oh no, he's gonna get wrecked.
Sorry, Elaine.
Well. Poor Lex.
I take arms. You shall go no further.
Are you okay?
They lie defeated. One victory begets another. Your orders, my liege. At once. You're not fit to be rust on my spear.
So now move Hodrick toward the next enemy. That way you get off of the flag. Yeah, like move him toward that guy, that enemy. There you go.
I have you.
Just remember, you can just pause. You don't have to, like, you know. You can always pause the game. And now deploy. That's the number. I've been telling you that the whole time. The number on the flag is the stamina. That's how many times they can fight before they have to rest. And when they're at 0, they can't move. That's why you don't want that to happen, because if they get attacked, then they have a big advantage on you. And they just get stuck in place anyways until they rest. You have a what? He's not like dead. Like dead. He's not. You can revive him with the hollowed corn ash, but he'll come back at the next battle. There's no permadeath in the game.
I shall be your shield. Received.
So just deploy the other unit instead.
I am here.
Oh, okay, then you need to wait. You need to fight more with Hodrick then. Fight him before the clock expires. See, you wasted the bit. See, I don't know why you keep clicking next to them. You should click on them, because then you'll actually fight them. Like, you don't remember after you beat somebody, they get stunned. Like, there's like a resting thing that they need to do. If you attack them, then you get first strike on them. But what you did there was you stood next to them, and then they recovered, and then they attacked you, so you didn't get a first strike on them.
How shall I proceed? Forward.
Well, you just have to fight more until you get that bar filled, and then you'll get another Valor point, and you can push the second squad out.
I shall be your shield.
No, you can click. What do you mean? You don't have to walk on the
Orders,
road.
my liege. At once. I am here. How shall I proceed? Receive your orders, my liege.
The little star icons means that they're garrisoned, so I don't know if they'll come out of the garrison to fight you, but it shouldn't matter, because I think that you're like stronger than them right now. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, they're gonna start spawning more guys if you don't take down their bases. So you should attack the base, honestly. The city right there.
Go no further.
Well, yeah, you can do that too.
They lied to me.
But remember, you have stamina, so.
None shall ever harm you.
See, those hoplites are actually not bad against Hodrick, because they diva.
Your orders, my liege.
It's I forgot how much time, but it's definitely some time. You don't want to be in a location where multiple enemies can attack you, or you'll get fucked over. Because if you're resting and you don't have stamina and you get attacked, then you just sit there and they attack you.
At once.
You can't. Once you're resting, you have to finish it. Yep.
Luck stands against us.
You could try moving. Maybe moving will cancel it. No, I don't think it does. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when you actually run out of stamina, you're forced to rest. Now you can rest on purpose because maybe you're in a safe location. But there you go. That's the reason why you don't. That's a good reason right there why you don't want to run out of stamina in the front of enemies, is because let's say you're like about to die or you're low on health. Like, it's not going to really punish you that badly here. But like, let's say you were about to die and you had no stamina, you literally don't even get to fight back. And you can't move. You just have to like let it go until that little clock. You see the little clock under his feet? That's the time limit. You just gotta bear. You just gotta bear with it. Also, I think, is it still draining your stamina? I think it is.
They are akin to a well.
I think you just like fucked up royally here. Yeah, it is still draining your stamina. Oh dear. Well, let's see what happens. I mean, I guess you're already resting, so it should be better.
Luck stands against us.
This is so fun. It's so funny how you like fuck yourself like so hard on this map without doing that much. This is like a very easy map. Just like hitting the wrong button at the wrong time. Oh my god, they pushed you into the other enemy. Holy shit, that was epic actually. Wait, can you still use a potion? Maybe you can use a potion. Oh god, you're like so debuffed right now. Oh yeah. You might need to reload this map, Miller. Oh god.
It seems I can forgive your failed God.
You might want to just reload it. You have a save. I know, yeah. They're just gonna take your base and that's it.
We must defend the command post.
Just reload it. Well, the time limit will expire. You'll also lose. Well, there you go. That taught you pretty well how stamina works, right? Like that. There you go. That's funny. Here's the situation, right? You have 3 squads, but you only have 2 valor points. So you need to fill out the squads because you have 6 units, 2, 2, and 2, because you can only put 2 at the moment, right? And then you just start with 2 of the squads, and then you grind until you get the 3rd valor point, and then you can get the 3rd squad out, and then you just take over the map. That's what you do. And you need to you need to not like overfight with one unit because you don't want their stamina to run out and then that shit to happen. You want to, have everybody fight a little bit so they all have stamina. And then when you take over a town, you could sit in the town and it'll automatically restore your stamina without you having to wait as long. And you can still fight back while you're guarding it. Yeah, when you take over a town, when you stand in a garrison, like the one you start in, right? You automatically heal and you automatically restore your stamina. So you can always rest them in a town, let them recharge, and then send them out. You can rest, like you saw, you can manually rest, but it's risky to do that when you're surrounded by enemies, because then they could just go over you. Now, if you have teammates nearby, they could at least, cut them off before they attack you. But you are alone. You're like a solo unit, so you do not want to be in that situation. Okay. They come up. I mean, I have a little chat on YouTube, so I don't see anything on your screen. Maybe because it's like unlisted. I don't know. Oh. Mm. There we go. It came up in the chat now. Did you like put a big delay on it, or does it always have a delay? Huh? Yeah. Well, I know. Like, isn't there like you could do that on purpose? But